desperately needed on how much money we should be spending on our defence, and crucially, what we should be spending that money on and how. So it's decisions like that that aren't being taken.
And in terms of our legislation around the world, if this all happens as we expect it will, we have the seventh Prime Minister in a decade. What effect does that have on how our allies see us?
Well, I'm afraid it generates a pretty high degree of eye roll amongst our allies. I think for many years, in fact for decades, the UK was seen as a very dependable, sort of solid citizen on the world stage that people could do business with our prime ministers. But as you say, to be on to our seventh in 10 years, changes of direction, new policies, new people, and that costs us. That costs us influence on the world stage, and it costs us in our alliances. What's also clear is, despite 2 years in power and the majority, it's proven very difficult for Keir Starmer to take big decisions and bring his colleagues along with him. And I think that's sort of what I reflect on is, more than anything else, is a change in personality doesn't fix these fundamental problems that the country faces.
What would your advice be to Andy Burnham then, if he does end up walking in, maybe as soon as the next couple of weeks?
Well, do as much preparation as you possibly can. Surround yourself with the best people that you possibly can, and by God, do your homework. You cannot duck the big decisions. Coming in and thinking that you can somehow govern simply by being a better communicator, or somehow vibe coding, to borrow a phrase from the AI world, that you can sort of make it up as you go along. You cannot get through these big challenges with making it up as you go along, or through a ordinary prayer. It's got to be deep, substantive work, and then take big choices and explain to the public why you've taken those choices.
Well, advice from the inner sanctum of Whitehall there. Luke, talk to you, a supporter of Andy Burnham. Has he done the deep, hard, substantive thinking? Has he done his homework?
Well, that made the result. It was not only decisive, it was instructive. And I think I would say this: the Labour Party is at its best in Mayfield, firing on all cylinders. Andy is ready.
Has he done his serious preparation for government? That's a different thing to running a very successful by-election campaign.
Well, Andy's ready for an orderly transition period, drawing on his vast experience delivering on those 9 years in Greater Manchester.
Toby, are you confident that Andy Burnham will be ready to be Prime Minister?
Well, he has tremendous attributes, but I think it is important that we understand what it is we're supporting here. And so I think that discussion about what is the approach we're taking, to what extent are we just trying to carry on the mandate that we've got, and to what extent is this a sort of a radical departure, is an important understanding for the party and for the country.
And do you think there should be a radical departure? I mean, throughout his by-election campaign, Andy Burnham was very much defining himself against what he's done. Should there be a departure?
Well, I mean, my personal view is we got elected with a manifesto, and that's broadly what we should be supporting. I think that, it's important we have hope, it's important we have a sense of that passion and energy that definitely was there in Mayfield. But Simon is absolutely right that this is not an easy time in global affairs, and I don't think that there is a huge amount going wrong with this government in terms of their performance on the key issues such as immigration, such as the National Health Service, such as the economy, in spite of what we heard from the Conservatives. But clearly we are unpopular, and that needs to change.
And just a bit of an eye roll there where Toby said that the government is getting most things right.
Look, I mean, I think that the government has got most things right in the end. But I have to say that my experience of being part of this government, that all that Simon Case talks about how momentum gets lost, and I have to say, it doesn't seem like a particularly pacey system to me. And actually, whoever now comes in and takes over from Keir Starmer, what they have to do is decisively make bold decisions with good advice. What Simon Case said about having good people around you and keeping some of the people in some of the jobs that are absolutely ingrained in doing a good thing would be my advice. But yeah, he just needs to show that he can make bold decisions quickly, and that is not what I have seen.
Okay, well, all three of you, thank you very much indeed for coming to spend your time with us this Sunday morning. A huge weekend for the Labour Party. you for your time. Thank you to all of our other guests as well this morning, and thank you most of all, of course, to you from watching at home. Let's look at the live pictures of Parliament there by the River Thames, awaiting the arrival of Andy Burnham, expected there tomorrow to take up his new seat as the MP for Makerfield. But his ambitions don't end there. He hopes they'll take him all the way to Downing Street, bringing an end to Keir Starmer's time in Number 10. How exactly will the Prime Minister respond tomorrow? Remain ready to see. Peter Powell, the business secretary, told us that the Prime Minister would always put the country first, but he accepted there is a process underway.
These are decisions the key to make, and that's why I say that he is taking the time, as well as dealing with all the issues that the Prime Minister deals with over the weekend, a very busy weekend, but he's also taking the time to think through what the political realities are today compared to last week, the week before. But I know that he's a Prime Minister who always puts the country first.
After a think there that Keir Starmer may well stand by. My colleagues across the BBC will bring you whatever happens in what might be a huge week. I'll be with Paddy O'Connell later on Sunday's newscast, but Burnham versus Starmer is a contest that's been brewing for a while, and especially at this time for the World Cup. You know they both love a match. Goodbye.
We might find that kid who's got the raw talent and I'm actually impressed in some.
Look, the thing is, where are you from?
Now on BBC One, Samantha Simmons brings you a roundup of news and